Dear friends, in this video I am going to discuss the recent status of crab culture in India. Among crustaceans, that is shrimps and prawn, lobsters, this is standing third in terms of culture. The first one is shrimps, second one is lobsters, and third one is crabs. Anything happened for shrimps? Definitely, there is a great scope for crab culture. Only problem is getting seeds. No commercial hatchery, so that the farmers are mainly depends upon natural resources. So that is the problem. In future, definitely there will be a seed production technology, and we will get the seeds, and the farming activity will be move up. This is the right now the status of crab culture in India. There are two crabs, bigger crabs. We said so that is mud crab known as mangrove crab. Mud crabs are also known as mangrove crab because it is living in mangrove area. There are two mud crabs. One is Scylla serrata and another one is Scylla tranqueperia. It is usually reported from estuaries and mangroves. Scylla serrata is commonly known as red crab and is live in the saline waters. Scylla tranqueperia is otherwise called green crab because it is living in high saline waters. Scylla tranqueperia and Scylla serrata is very big crabs, and culture activities are going on for these two crabs. Why the farmers are mainly focusing on the Scylla serrata and Scylla tranqueperia because these are bigger size in one sense, and another sense is if you taking this away from the water, marine water or sea water, these two crabs are in live condition nearly about 9 to 2 hours. So that is the reason why it can be exported in live condition nearby countries like Singapore and Malaysia. So that is the positive side of these two crabs. Out of water, it can live 9 to 2 hours. World mud crab production. The work related to mud crabs are already started in 1950 itself, but slowly it was not catching the farmers' eyes because lacking of technology. CMFRI and other government organizations started works on mud crab, especially larval rearing. The larval rearing reports were already reported even 1950s, but standard technology is not available. And slowly, 1960, there is no technology. 1970, 1980, and 1990, slowly the farming and hatchery activities were move on. Now in 2010, you can see in the graph some peaks because of some scientific technology. So it was started, the work was started in 1950, and now we are getting some peaks because of introduction of scientific culture, both hatchery as well as farming activities. Now we can see the India mud crab production, live crab exported in 2003. It was 1,599 metric tons, and it is slowly moving. 2005 maximum 2022 metric tons, and a little bit drops, and now 2011 and 12 it reached 30,054 metric tons. Then frozen crabs 2003, that is 4,781 tons, moving little bit decline, and now considerable decline, and there is ups and downs. Then coming to the total crab, both live and frozen, in 2003 4,181, and slowly moving up in 2004, and a little bit decline in 2005, again 2006, and decline 2006, and little bit improvement 2009, little bit decline, and again 2010 and 11 declining, and it is not that much level in 2011 and 12. So this is the mud crab production. The two species of mud crabs, that is Scylla serrata and Scylla strongbearer, occur all along the Indian coast. It is mainly distributed in Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. That is, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu is situated in east coast, and Kerala is in west coast. Now let us go for the scientific name of red or brown mud crab. Why it is called red or brown mud crab? Because the color of the animal. The scientific name is Scylla serrata, and next one is Scylla trangberia. The common name is green mud crab because the color is green in color. Then coming to the systematic position or scientific classification, kingdom Animalia, phylum Arthropoda, subphylum Crustacea, class Melascotraca, order Decapoda, family Portinidae, genus Scylla, species Scylla serrata and Scylla trangberia. This is the scientific classification of these two animals. Now there is a difference between Scylla serrata and Scylla trangberia. If you are not thorough in identification character, you will confuse. Let us see the identification characters. Scylla serrata is usually smaller in size, and Scylla trangberia, comparatively speaking, it is larger in size. First sexual maturity, Scylla serrata 83 mm. When it reaches to 83 mm, you can see the first maturity, whereas in Scylla trangberia 120 mm. Weight 500 to 750 kg, or not a kg, it is 500 gram to 750 gram. Then it is bigger size, it will even reach to 2.5 kg, Scylla trangberia. So comparatively speaking, Scylla serrata is a smaller species, but Scylla trangberia is bigger size in terms of weight. Color of upper surface of the body, that is carapace. Usually Scylla serrata is green, brown to ferruginous brown. This is a light, Scylla trangberia is a light to dark green. And this is very important character to identify. There is no polygonal markings are reported in limbs of Scylla serrata, whereas polygonal markings are reported on the limbs of Scylla trunciperica. This is very important character for the identification of these two animals. A number of species, one spine on the outer margin of wrist of the calliped, whereas two spines on the outer margin of wrist of callipedes in Scylla trunciperica. There is only one spine in Scylla serrata, whereas two spines in Scylla trunciperica. Right, this is the animal. Scylla serrata, it is a brown crab or a red crab. The color is, you see that red in nature. Right, now let us see that this is coming under the family Portinidae. All the animals, all the crabs which are coming under Portinidae is similar characters, similar structure. Right, it is having 5 pairs of legs, otherwise we call it 10 numbers. That is why it is belonging to decapoda. Decapoda means 10. Right, the first one is this is called chelate legs, because it is having chelae on its end. By using this chelate leg, it can catch the prey. It is used as a defense. Suppose you disturb them, it will get hungry and it will try to bite. So it is used as a defense, and also it is used to catching the opposite sex during copulation. This is the main purpose of this two chelate. And another important thing is, as far as commercial point of view, all the consumers expecting this chelate legs, the consumer preference goes up if the animal having chelate legs. If it is broken, the consumer preference going down, so you will get less price. Then 3 pairs of walking legs. So this one is this 3 or 1, 2, not clear here. It can 1, 2, 3. These are all walking legs. By using this, it can walk. This is called paddle limbs. This one paddle limb. By using this, it can swim. So this is the 5 pairs. Right. So you cannot see any polygonal markings in its limbs. See that? It is a close view, isn't it? Whereas here, Scylla trunciperica, it is commonly called green mud crab because the color is green in color. So everything is common except this polygonal marking. See that in limbs, you can see the polygonal markings, right? You can see this polygonal markings, small polygonal markings in all swimming legs or limbs, isn't it? So this is absent in this Scylla serrata. This is this identification character is very important to identify these two species. You can remember the polygonal markings. It is very well you can see in live animal, but it is in photo it is not able to recognize. But if you see, if you get a chance, you witness this in live animals. Marketing. Generally, mud crabs are sold in live condition. I already told you, out of order it is live in 92 hours, so it is sold in live condition. The first pair of largest legs, that is chelate legs of each live crabs, are firmly tied up with the body by jute or nylon thread. I will show you next slide. The basket packed crabs are transported from remote fishing villages to the major cities by road or rail. The mud crabs are sold through the middleman to retailers. Export. The live mud crabs exported from India has started in 1987 to 88. Exported mostly to Southeast Asian countries. The live crabs are packed in perforated crabs, cotton boxes lined with thermocol sheets and airlifted from Chennai and Kolkata. So it is usually collected from all landing center. starting from Kolkata to Tamil Nadu, and it is the collected materials are collected animals or airlifted to nearby countries. So this is the usual procedure because it is out of water for live condition. Even if you're taking this out of water, it will live 92 hours. So it is the passive side of this crabs. So we can able to export this in live condition, right? So this is the bigger crabs. So the keeled legs are tied with jute or nylon. Only skilled person can do. We need skill. Otherwise, while you are tying, it will bite. Then see that by using ordinary jute, the keeled legs are tied. Otherwise, it will disturb you, right? It will bite you, right? Now the collected Scilla serrata or Scilla trongiboria, generally called mud crabs, are put in boxes, right? And it is actually graded and packed for export. Grading means there are three gradings: smaller size, medium size, and a bigger size. Bigger size means more than 500 gram. We call it a bigger size, and middle means 200 to 500, and below that 200. It is said to be a smaller size. Usually, the bigger size or more than 500 grams are packed and exported to foreign countries in live condition. See that the packing is on. So it is cotton boxes, right? It is cotton box is packed in thermocol. Sides you can see this thermocol, isn't it? To maintain the heat and all. So it is live condition. So it is tied. The tied keeled legs, isn't it? These animals are kept in cotton boxes and exported to foreign countries. See that bigger size. So next crabs, commercially important crabs are called, this is called Charybdis variata. This is called Charybdis variata. Generally called, it is a cross crab, because it is also called Christian crab because you can see cross on its exoskeleton. You can see the cross, right? Even in crabs we can see in religion. There is Portnus sanguinus. This is in Tamil it is called Sivanandu, because Sivan having three eyes, right? Three eye spotted crabs in common name. Why it is called? You can see in carapace three types of three eye spots. By using this, you can easily identify. And this is mosaic crab. You can see carapace, the mosaic pattern. Other characters are there, isn't it? So this is easy to identify. This is mosaic pattern, and this is you can see three parts of eyes, and this is called Chris crab. You can see the cross mark on its surface or carapace. So this is also nowadays exported to foreign countries, because these marine crabs, if you take this out of water, it can live only very short period. Because in mud crabs breathe surface air, but this animal will not breathe or take oxygen from surface. It can depends upon dissolve oxygen in the water. So if you take this out, immediately it will die. So the maximum size is 120 to 150 gram. And even today, nowadays, people are preferring these crabs for consumption. So it is also collected nowadays and boiled and exported to foreign countries. But it is not in live condition. It is actually exported in after processing. Isn't it? They are collected from landing centers. See that this marine crabs, right, and boiled and almost processed. The crabs are exported to foreign countries. So this is the status of crab culture, status of crabs our crop culture in India. Thank you very much.